It brought a temporary silence to the front lines and the first real opportunity in months to return hostages and prisoners who had become the most powerful symbols of the conflict. The agreement called for Hamas to release 33 Israeli hostages. In return, Israel would free about 1,900 Palestinian prisoners from its jails. For families on both sides, it was a moment of excruciating anticipation, the hope that loved ones would finally come home. On the first day of the truce, the world watched as fighters from Hamas's Ezzedine al-Qassam brigades cleared a path for Red Cross vehicles. Crowds gathered in Gaza City, waving flags, chanting and straining to glimpse the moment of handover. For the first time in months, the exchange of hostages and prisoners replaced the sounds of airstrikes and artillery. Across the border in Israel, families who had endured sleepless nights finally had their first embrace. At Sheba Hospital in Ramat Gan, 13-year-old former hostage Emily Damari walked into the arms of her waiting relatives. Doran Steinbrecher, another freed hostage, broke down as she hugged her family. These reunions, broadcast live on Israeli television, became moments of collective relief. In Tel Aviv, thousands gathered in what has become known as Hostages Square. People danced, sang and held posters bearing the faces of those still missing. On a giant outdoor screen, live news coverage showed the first freed hostages stepping off Red Cross vehicles. For some, it was a moment of joy. For others, a reminder that many more were still in captivity. On the eve of the exchange, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the nation. "I promise you," he said, "we will meet all the war goals. We will bring everyone home." To date, we have returned 157 of our kidnapped people, 117 of whom are alive. In the agreement that has now been ratified, we will bring home another 33 of our brothers and sisters, most of them alive. His remarks reflected both determination and the limits of what this deal could achieve. While Israeli families welcomed their loved ones, scenes in the occupied West Bank were strikingly different. Outside Ofer prison, buses carrying freed Palestinian prisoners rolled past cheering crowds. Fireworks lit the night sky as the convoys moved toward Beitunia, where thousands had gathered to celebrate. Families hugged sons and daughters they had not seen for years. For them, these releases were not concessions but homecomings. The exchanges continued in stages over the following days. In Gaza City, militants escorted 4 Israeli women to Red Cross officials. The scene was tense but orderly. Red Cross staff documented the handovers, then moved the freed women toward Israeli custody. Shortly afterward, a helicopter transported them to Petah Tikva's Rabin Medical Center. As it touched down, one of the women, Daniela Gilboa, waved to the crowd below. Nearby, families and hospital staff cheered and clapped.